Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Rick9G. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about Hogan's Heroes, more specifically about a convicted felon who you may not have known acted in Hogan's Heroes. These are the type of videos that I bring to you, things that happen behind the scenes in classic TV shows and movies. So let's get right to it. For all of you who have been liking, commenting, and subscribing, thank you so much. It's a free way to support the channel and it does mean so much. The episode that I'll be referring to specifically is called It Takes a Thief Sometimes. It's from season 1. It's episode 20. It aired 1966, and in this one, Hogan's latest underground contacts are secretly German spies. And I wanted to talk about one of the actors that appeared in this episode is not who you may have seen. Remember, this is 1966, so as time goes on, of course, people change, and there's no exception in this episode. Many different actors, but I'd like to point out a single woman, Michelle. And she played a French underground agent in this one. The actress's name is Claudine Longette. Now, about 10 years after this episode aired, she was in a little bit of trouble with the law, and I'll tell you all about what happened, and you may be surprised to know that she became a convicted felon. Claudine was married several times to one-time singer, very famous, Addams Williams. Now, it's important to note that they were married from 1961 to 1975. That is important because even after they got divorced, they remained friends. And it led to her, of course, after all, starting to date other people, and she came to an unfortunate incident that took place. After her marriage, she started dating another man, Vladimir Spider Sabic. I hope that's how you say it. He was an Olympic skier, and unfortunately, he got shot and killed. The prime suspect was Longette, and it was said that the gun discharged accidentally, according to her, as Sabic was showing her how it worked. Now, Addams Williams' public supported Longette throughout the trial. He even paid for a legal defense team, even though they were no longer married. He even escorted her to and from the courthouse. Now, she was convicted, and a jury found her and convicted her of negligent homicide. They sentenced her to pay a small fine, and she spent 30 days in jail. In fact, the judge allowed her to choose which days of the week she could serve her sentence, believing this arrangement will allow her to spend more time with her kids. Now, she chose to serve mostly on weekends, and people, of course, were up in arms about this. Many people defending her, many people not. I am by no means judging her, as I try not to judge really anyone on this channel with classic TV shows and movies, but what I'm always trying to do is present to you the behind the scenes facts, the facts as they were presented, and of course you make the final decision. It's only me to bring these things to light, whether they're good or bad things. I think it's important to know it's history, and it is a learning experience for all of us. Of course, she later remarried. She, in fact, remarried her defense attorney, and she is still married to him. That happened after the court trial, and she's still alive at the time of this video. They even settled out of court in a civil trial because of her ex-boyfriend's death and so forth, and she could no longer talk about it basically to the end of her life. It was part of the settlement. And so to me, it's just to bring this stuff to light. Why? Well, it's not really known, and it's important that we know about these actors and actresses. Their ups, their downs, and again, this is their personal lives. She did serve her time. And in fact, she is a very good actress. I mean, if you ever saw The Party with Peter Sellers, I mean, she was acting alongside him, and I remember she was wonderful in that part. And what is very interesting about Hollywood and actors and actresses is that you can sometimes separate, right, their performances from their individual lives, who are sometimes as messy as ours. There are always skeletons in the closet as we have in our own lives. And so I wanted to bring this to light. It's kind of a surprising fact. But again, I always leave it up to all of you guys and gals to be able to judge, to leave it in the comments below. What do you think about this? Does this change the way you see this episode, this individual, or for you, is this just stuff that happened? Is it unfortunate things that happen that we just have to kind of deal with. Do you think the sentence was even just or not? I would love to know your thoughts down below, as well as tell me about this episode. If you've seen it, what do you think about it, and your thoughts about Hogan's Heroes in general. We'll see you all next time. Thank you so much for the support as always, and don't forget, everyone, always stay positive and be hopeful. Thank you to all my supporters, especially my Diamond tier patrons: Russ C, Sally N, Vito L, Citizen Kane 359, David D, Jerry D, Jennifer P, and Kevin K. If you want to join this list and be a patron supporter, it does help out so much, and I thank you ahead of time.